Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, Skaven Edition. Now, when we left off, we had decided to leave Deathmaster Snitch's army, and I am going to be doing just that. But how we do it is another matter. Now, I am going to be attempting two different ways to leave his army. One is to revolt, and we'll see how many units we gain, because some of you seem to think that we'll get a lot, and others seem to think that we'll get a very little amount of units. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to get a lot, or at least maybe 30? Would be quite nice to take 30, but I do feel that that might be a little unlikely with the amount of persuasion that we currently have, because I do believe we have 0. Yes, we do. And I, as a side note, do believe that trainer skill is probably going to be better, because if you think about it, if we recruit, let's just say we recruit 30 Skaven units or 30 Dwarven units or whoever we want to have in our army, and then we spend maybe a day, maybe a couple of days just resting at a town and letting our trainer skill do its job, we'll have a reasonably high level army in no time. Whereas if we have persuasion, what is that going to give us? That's going to give us a little more opportunities in case of being a vassal, maybe? Maybe we'll be able to persuade a little easier. If we do make our own faction, then we would have an easier time of convincing vassals to join us, of course. But that is quite a long way off, I do believe, because, well, taking one of these things in a siege, taking one of the fiefs of the enemies, is going to be mighty difficult, I do believe. So, what we're going to do is, I think we're going to probably level up our intelligence, or shall we? Because if we do, we would be able to get 4 in trainer skill immediately, and that would actually be pretty good. Because one of you did put forward a pretty convincing argument in favor of trainer. So we're going to do that. We're going to do 3 points in trainer and 1 point in pathfinding, because I do want to move incredibly quickly. And let's get a couple more points in polearms, because we do have a polearm after all. Now, what we're going to do is, as you see here, our Lord Deathmaster Snitch is currently at Bretonnia. We are going to be speaking to him. We are going to revolt, first off, and we will see how many units we gain. If the number of units gained from this is not enough, then I will attempt the companion trick. So, I will see you in just a minute. Okay, so as you may see here, we have now left the town and we have the ability to revolt. So we're going to be heading in here, we are going to be revolting against the commander, and we are going to attempt to gain a lot of units. Let's do it. So, do you want to release the prisoners to help your men? Do we? Okay. I'm not entirely sure. Oh yes, okay, so we now have 10 relation with him, instead of 20-something, so that's not all bad. And I think we are free now. So, we have 23 units. What did we gain? Not entirely sure. Let's see, we have some orc boys, I suppose they are the archers. We have some skeleton horse archers, which are, yeah, not exactly great. We have some master molders, which we'll just take a look at their stats for a second. These are incredibly hardy by the looks of things. They have 71 HP and 28 strength. Not too bad. We get some clan rats, which I can easily get otherwise, quite easily actually. And then we have some Scryer Jezzails. We know how they level up. And then we have some storm vermin. Now, is that worth it? I'm not entirely sure. Is it? I mean, we still have a pretty reasonable amount of relation with this guy. So, yeah, I mean, we have 10. But what did we lose back there? Let's just take a look, shall we? Let's just see. So, we lose... Wait, let's have a look. We lost some honor. We lost some relation with Deathmaster Snitch. And then, of course, we lost 10 relation with the Skaven Underworld. But that is it. That is all we lost. So... I think we can probably continue on with there. We lost some honor. How much honor did we lose, though? Aha, we have minus 20 honor rating now. Well, that's probably not too good. How much did we have before? Probably 0, so we lost 20 for doing that. Okay. I think we can do reasonably well with minus 20 honor. Can't we? Oh no! Okay, well, without further ado, we'll see what we can do with the other option. Okay, so as you can see here, I have requested some personal leave, and of course what we'll be doing is speaking to Nakwacha here. We'll be heading over to her equipment, and I'm going to be giving her all of my... How do we do that? How do we actually give her my equipment? That is difficult, to say the least. I really don't know how to do it. I seriously don't. I mean, we can try giving her the pistol. That we can easily do. We can give her all of my cartridges and everything. So that's fine. But we are not able to give her... Oh, we can give her the boots. But we can't give her this, which is what I would really like to keep. What about these? Yes, I can do that. Okay, so that's fine as well. Okay, well, let's try it out, shall we? Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we are now here in front of Deathmaster Snitch, and as you can see, we are going to attempt to retire from his service and hopefully keep the pistol that we gave to Nakwacha. So let's have a look here. I would like to retire from service. There we have it. Now, it does appear as though we have lost our Warlock armor, but we've gained relations with Deathmaster Snitch. We've gained a huge amount of relation with him, actually. We've gained 21 relation, but as you may see by our inventory, we have absolutely nothing. So I think we all know what we are probably going to want to do, and that is, of course, to head over to the other option, which will be to revolt. So I will see you there. Okay, so here we are with our revolted, well, should we say revolted save file? Yeah, why not? And then let's go and level up Nakwacha here. What do we want to get her? She is only level 2, but I think we do want to make her into some sort of incredible fighting machine, so I think we're probably just going to give her some intelligence here. Get her some more power strike. I think that will help her out. And let's get her some more one-handed, a little bit two-handed as well. We do need to get her some better gear. That reminds me. Do we want to give her a gun? Should we give her a gun? Why not? We have the spare gun, we may as well. And as you see, we do have these units. So, first off, we have 16,000 gold. What are we going to do with that gold? Not entirely sure. Well, how did we lose the quest? Really? Okay, I have no idea how we failed that quest. I thought we completed it rather considerably, but let's take a look, see if we can get a productive enterprise. So, a weavery and dye works. That will cost 10,000 dinars, but it will give us 552 a week, and I think that might be worth it. So let's do that. 10,000 gold. Oh yes. Now, are we going to ask him for a job? We're attacked by a night goblin army. No. Don't want to really fight those fellows at the moment. Okay, so that will be made rather soon, hopefully. And now we have 6,100 gold. We have 401 weekly wages. Not too bad at all, if I do say so myself. Now what we're going to do is head over here and see if we can get a couple of Skaven units. I'd like to get a lot of Skaven units if possible. No, no, no. Okay. Come on, get in there. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Now, let's try to get this way. We are faster than them, thanks to our incredible pathfinding skill, so we should be able to run away relatively easily. Now, I think I probably have enough Skaven units now, so what I'm going to want to do is head over to Dwarven lands, maybe to Orc lands as well, get some infantry, some rather powerful infantry hopefully, and then what we'll do is we'll level up our Skaven units into ranged, and our variable other units into infantry. So I think that should make a huge difference. I mean, we only have 69 available company slots, so yeah, I do believe I'm going to make my way over to the Pirate Kingdom as well. I'm going to get a couple of pirates for ranged units, and then I'll head over here, get some of those, and wow, it does appear as though the orcs are on the back foot here. They only have one remaining fief. That is definitely something we want to check out, I think. So, yes, without further ado, I will see you once we have acquired a couple of units, and hopefully our trainer skill has done a pretty reasonable job at that. Okay, so I have done a little bit of recruiting at the dwarven lands around here, and we have a pretty considerable amount of dwarves. We have 19 of them, and as you may see, Nakwacha was actually just taken out by some night goblins that we encountered in some sort of bandit attack. They were attempting to rob us, of course. Thankfully enough, we were able to win. Now, as you may see here, I was a little incorrect about the orcs only having one fief remaining. As you see here, we do have Iron Rock still here, as well as Draz Castle. So, thankfully enough, the orcs are not going to be eliminated just yet. We wouldn't want the Empire of Sigmar to be too powerful, would we? So, what we're going to do now, I'm going to head back to Skaven Blight, I think. And I will be resting there for a little bit of time, just to make sure that our trainer skill does its job. Okay, so after quite a significant amount of time and a little night goblin fights, we have been able to level up our dwarves relatively well. They are not the highest level they can be. They are, I think, about middle tier. They're not too bad, and we've leveled up a couple of our Skaven units as well. Maybe not so much as they probably should be, but they're, I suppose, going to be the best they can be from our trainer skill, because at the moment our trainer skill is only able to give them 32 experience, which is absolutely awful. So hopefully this pirate patrol will be something completely different. So let us lead our troops into battle. We do have a battle advantage of 2 thanks to our tactics, I believe, and we do outnumber them as well, which I suppose makes a difference. So let's just see here. These master molders, I have not seen them in action just yet. They have not really done too much. Our dwarves are really absolutely destroying a lot of the enemy's units. So, yeah, the Master Molders, not too sure about them just yet. They have died relatively quickly and haven't really killed that much. So let's just hope that maybe against pirates, it will be a little different. Now, these pirates, do bear in mind, they have considerable ranged capability. So, I think what we're probably going to do is tell our Skaven units to stand behind our infantry and hopefully tell our infantry just to charge in here. We'll charge our cavalry as well. Now let's try and get a couple of kills ourselves. Yes, there we are. We killed one of their mates. And maybe we can kill, ooh, a buccaneer. Not bad. Oh my goodness, the Master Molders are excellent versus these guys. Okay, so apparently against Night Goblins, they're not too good. But against these guys, apparently they do outrange them with their large two-handed weaponry. That is a very good thing to know. And we do appear to be absolutely obliterating their entire army at the moment. So let's try and... Ooh, I was hoping for a nice snipe shot right there, but no such luck this time around. So yes, as you see, we are currently running down the pirates at the moment. I'm wondering whether we would be able to wage war against them. A one-rat war against the pirate kingdom. I do not believe that is probably going to be possible at the moment, because many of their armies are quite considerable in size, and that would be a little disappointing to lose all of our hard work after all of our toil and trouble in the enlisted army. So yes, we're probably just going to take on some of these renegade mercenaries. I just happened to come across this pirate patrol as I was resting at Skaven Blight. But there it is, for renown. We are on our way now, and we do get a chance to rescue some of these prisoners as well, which is even better. So, yes, we are going to be increasing our wages, as you can see as well, which I'm a little bit worried about. I was hoping that we would be able to potentially get our weavery and dye works up and operational before we had any problems with our wages, because that would probably... definitely, actually, halt some of the blow that would otherwise be applied to us. So let's just take some of these. That will be fine. 157 gold, not bad. One of them is deserting after all, but yeah, I suppose that's not all bad. Now we can level up some of our dwarf warriors as well. We did get a poisoned wind globadier in that last fight as well, so hopefully he will show us his power. And now I'm going to be moving into the general area where renegade mercenaries can be found. Although, what might be a good idea is to head down to Lizardman territory, because they do have a lot of Norse raiders down there. And if you remember, at the very beginning of this series, we fought a couple of those Norse raiders with around 21 Skaven units, and suffice it to say, it really didn't go too well. So maybe we'd go down there and we'll see what we can do. Aha! Oh my. I am so tempted. Look at this, they have spawning champions. They have temple guards. Oh my goodness. Let's do it. They have 39, we have 57. Let's go. These guys are incredibly powerful, but I do believe the amount of prisoners they have is going to be worth it. Renown value for this battle is 14. We have 2 battle advantage, which is reasonable. But we do have Skaven units, remember, so yeah. For every 5 Skaven units, there's 1 powerful unit in the opponent's army. Hopefully that will not be the case this time around. And I'm facing the wrong direction. Yes. Oh. Ah, bad timing on my part right there. Let's tell our infantry to charge in there. And we're going to tell our archers, of course, to hold position. Oh my goodness, I thought these dwarves were actually the enemies. No, that would have been terrible. So let's tell them to come back here. I was a little bit worried that they were going to be a little bit too overzealous. Now, I must be careful not to get taken out, so I'm going to try to avoid getting killed. Oh no, they have ogres! Shoot them, quickly! Come on, Slive! Oh no. Oh yes, 71 damage, very nice. Okay, I think we may have taken out one of them, or at least, yes, we took out one of them. Come on, we can do this. Yes, there we go. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Now we are taking quite a few casualties, dwarven veterans being taken out there, and now we just have to do as much damage as we can. Oh, there we are. We have advanced to level 13, not bad at all. Hopefully we'll be able to get maybe a little bit more in leadership, as well as surgery skill. Now, we do have these Braganza's besiegers that we need to take care of, so let's do some damage to that. And, oh, we lost one of our Master Molders. I was hoping that no one of our Master Molders would get taken out again, because we lost quite a few of them in the Night Goblins, because they do have those fanatics, and they are very easily able to take out quite a few of our units. But nevertheless, it does appear as though we have gained 14 renown. Very good, very good. I like that a lot. And we have a potential to capture 12 prisoners. Oh my goodness. Oh yes. This is great. Okay. So, wow, this is good. Look at these guys, spawning champions. Let's take these. And we can take some temple guards as well. We could take some privateers if we wanted to. But we only have 3 more spaces. Oh. Okay, we're going to lose one of our clan rats here, because I don't believe clan rats are going to be too useful here. Now, I do believe longbeards are the ones that... Ah, that was a mistake. Okay. No, hammerers are the ones that level up further. So, yes, that is definitely something to take into account next time around. We gained some Molder rat riders. Great. We just need to get Scully now, and that will be a full set. Not bad at all. Thumbs up if you got that joke. And now we're going to, let's see. Ah, Skink War Riders. We want these. Let's take them. What else can we get here? We could get some Skink Warriors, Skink Stalkers. They're archers, though. Maybe? Skink Red Crests. We need to get these, I think. So we're going to release some of our... Oh, I don't want to release any skirmishers, to be honest. And Storm Vermin become Fang Vermin. They're very nice. So maybe... Ah, maybe these spawning champions. I'm not too sure, actually. I think we're going to lose these Orc Arrow boys because, I mean, in all seriousness, Orcs really should not use a bow, in my opinion at least. They should really just wade in there with their two-handed axes and cleave off everyone's heads, I suppose you could say. And yeah, we're going to be losing those guys, gain a couple more of these, and Skeletal Horse Archers, I really don't want to use that, no. So, yeah. I think this is good. I think this is a good setup. Caravan Master, we'll lose one of him. Gain another Skink Red Crest. And I think that will be fine. I think that will be really nice. Let's go with that. Okay, so we can now gain a couple more pieces of loot, and 661 gold just from winning that. Absolutely amazing, and we have leveled up many more of our units in the process too. So let's get a hammerer, thankfully enough, so we can then get some slayers in the mix, maybe an iron breaker. I think an iron breaker is probably the tankier one, so that would be a better idea. Now, let's go over to our character here and level up what? What are we going to level up? Are we going to level up our intelligence, or are we going to level up our agility? That is the difficulty here. I think intelligence is probably going to be the way to go, because then we can get some more trainer skill. We can probably get a little more in pathfinding as well. And surgery. Let's go for surgery and pathfinding, I think. It's going to make the most difference. And more in polearms. I'm never going to use this polearm, but I'm going to level up the proficiency anyway, just to make sure that if we do use it, it would be rather good to do so. So there we have it. Very nice. We're going to be heading back to Skaven Blight, because I would love to find a ransom broker now. I think that would be a great opportunity to sell our prisoners. We have so many of them, after all, and some very high level prisoners as well, so I'm having a good feeling about this. Now, thankfully, I am reasonably safe in Skaven territory, because I don't know whether you saw previously, but the pirate units, or shall we say the pirate vassals from their faction, they are rather aggressive. They wanted to engage upon us. 144 units from a vassal's army were attempting to engage upon Slythe, and that is definitely not going to do, is it? So that is why I have a reasonable grudge against the pirates now. They are seeming to want to engage upon us a little bit too fervently, so hopefully we'll be able to stop that in the near future by increasing our renown and increasing our company size, of course. Now, I'm just trying to find where the ransom brokers are. I'm not entirely sure in this grand structure whether we'll be able to find any. So I think we're probably going to leave here, head on to Bretonnia, because that is a more standard looking town, and I think it probably would have more opportunities for selling prisoners. Now, aha, no. No, 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 no. That is definitely not what we want to fight. 70 renegade mercenaries in that band over there. I would probably fight them if we had the opportunity to take more prisoners, but as our prisoners' hold is full, I would prefer just to head on here, and we'll try to avoid unnecessary conflict. There we have it. Okay, great. So now let's hope. Ransom broker, I do believe that is one. Yes, it is. Great. So we have a traveler here as well, if we want to ask about anything. And there's a mercenary dark ogre over there. Maybe we'll be able to afford him after this. So, let's sell 140 per one of those buccaneers. 60 for the deckhands, 60 for the rogues, 140 for the mates, 192, and 1,066 for the mercenary ogres. Oh yes. 150 for the bear men, and 140 for the Alcatanis, 266, 204, and 150. Now, as you can see, we've gained a huge amount for our weekly wages, and I think we have a very good start to our adventures without Deathmaster Snitch looking after us. So, without further ado, I will be ending this off here, and next time on Warsword Conquest Skaven Edition, we are going to be attempting a couple of things, and by that I mean I would like to increase our renown. I'm probably going to do that a little bit off-screen, maybe fight a couple more renegade mercenary bands, and if any of the fights are notable, then of course I will show that on screen. And hopefully by that point, we have 20 renown at the moment. That is absolutely pitiful. We really need to do better than that. But yes, this episode alone, we've gained 20 renown. So I'm hoping we'll be able to get at least 50 by the time the next episode has finished. And then we'll be able to enlist maybe in a particular faction. And I'm not entirely sure what faction we will be joining because, well, many of you seem to think that the Skaven faction is going to be the first to go. Well, by all means, let me know your suggestions. Maybe we could join the pirate faction. Maybe that would be an idea, although they do hate us a little bit at the moment, so... Not entirely sure at the moment why that is, but yes, as you see, they are all suspicious with us. So, yeah, let me know what you think about which faction we should join, if any. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.